This is him. He follows me. I'm not logged in, obviously, here, but he follows me. Anyway, is this him? This is him, man. Houston. Okay, cool. He has a YouTube. Let's make sure we click into that. We're going to make sure we get, okay. He's done a bunch of stuff with Beat King. Okay. I'd love to look at some of these things. He has another channel, DJ Pat, right here. Okay. Who does he subscribe to? August Alsina. Okay. Keller Williams Realty Memorial. Okay. Jay Farrow. All right, we're going to find some shit, chat. Anyway, let's look through his Twitter feed. By the way, somebody scroll ahead of me. Make sure there's no porn or some dumb shit on there. Okay. His last tweet seems to be the ones that was supposed to be here switched up. So that's why it's new faces at the table. Yo, what's going on in Houston, man? These niggas typing hieroglyphics and codes and motherfucking like, you know what I mean? These niggas typing riddles. These niggas typing riddles. Roses are red, violets are blue. Guess the next line and I won't shoot you. Like, what the fuck is y'all niggas talking about, bro? The ones that's, which table? Like, who, which table is their new faces at? Bitch, when I say I'm proud. Chat, this is his Twitter, right? This nigga might be a psychopath. He tweet like ain't no motherfucking thing happened. Bitch, when I say I'm proud of you, I mean that shit. Okay. Send me a picture of that pussy if you miss me. Okay. Focus on the money. I can't fake fuck with you. Either I do or I don't. Ain't no in between. Damn. This nigga killed Takeoff. He typed out blessed. Jesus Christ. This nigga killed Takeoff and typed out blessed. Holy shit. This is getting out of hand, people. I need some wine. This nigga killed Takeoff and he just typed blessed. Holy. Holy. So when the weather is nasty, I get freaky. Happy Thanksgiving to all the hustling bitches only. Thanksgiving ready. This whole want crab legs and lamb chops for Thanksgiving. Said this motherfucker heavy. Is this a video? Okay. Let's have some fun. What type of fun he talk about? To all my old hoes that can make gumbo and got boyfriends now. And all my new hoes can't even make noodles in a cup. So I said, what type of fish is this? Either this thing is a pretty good actor, or maybe he really just didn't know that the cops was on him. Like, no fucking way. Like, the way he's tweeting is like, all right, let's, y'all sure this is Twitter? Bro, this thing is acting like nothing happened. I'm so romantic. What the fuck? Nigga, he killed Takeoff like 10 days ago and all he thinking about is pussy. All he thinking about is pussy, bro. I ain't perfect. I'm solid, though. What are you talking about? Real one in my life. I appreciate y'all. So much fake out there in the streets. Been hurt so many times, it's hard for me to feel love. A bottle called Mattress Mac. Keep faith no matter what pressures apply. God don't make mistakes. Oh yeah, this nigga gotta get the chair. This nigga killed Takeoff and said God don't make mistakes. This is crazy. Okay, he might have definitely killed Takeoff. His first two tweets after was God. Yeah, he definitely did. I think he's guilty. Guilty! Guilty! Chat. Nigga just clapped somebody's first two tweets definitely about God. He ain't started talking about pussy till days later. First 2 tweets, look what he says. God got me. He been had me. This is November 2nd. Here we go. November 2nd. Oh, lit. Takeoff died on the first, or yeah, I think the first. He says, God don't make mistakes. Jesus. Sir. Oh, shit. Her first day. She don't even have a name yet. Holy. Hold on. I don't care to show this. This is only for... Holy. This is for investigative purposes. We can't really... You know what I mean? Holy. Now, if this thing gonna be locked up, we might have to fly her out. Holy. I mean, he locked up anyway. Like, we might have to put her... Yo, shorty, man. If you missing a pimp, you're missing something in your life, come on over here and fuck with the chat niggas, man. Come on, bro. Chat. For investigative purposes, find me her ad name too.
First,
let's hear his voice. Pause.
this her first day. This her first day. She ain't never danced before. And she need a dance name.
What should my name be?
That's what we about to ask them.
Okay. Cocoa Puff.
Right now, she gonna keep Cocoa Puffs if y'all don't help out. Comment below whatever her name should be.
You know what her name gonna be? I got a name. Commissary. All right, find her name. Who knows? Maybe through some investigation, we could figure out what he was up to afterwards. Okay, figure out some stuff. Is this an old picture? Because it looked like he was bigger than this. This might be an old picture. I don't want to go to the media tab because I know you work in a lot of strip clubs, and I don't want to get suspended on Twitch. Okay. All right. This nigga got his face on the money like it's some Usher bucks. This should say Federal Reserve note. Shit might as well just say the Federal Penitentiary. Anyway, shit. YouTube, what y'all say? All right. Y'all want to get to the real shit, man? Y'all keep doing, you know what I mean? Listen, we all a detective group, you feel me? Y'all keep doing what y'all got to do. Get me the extra info. Spam it in the chat when y'all find it. Oh, y'all found his girlfriend? Oh, check his tweets and replies. Gotta. Most necessary. Thank you. Okay, it looked like he ain't replied nothing. He ain't really replied nothing. I'm trying to see. He ain't replied to shit. Oh, he did say, thinking about getting a face tat right before Thanksgiving to spice things up a bit. He said, nah, don't do it. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't really responding to shit type, you know what I mean? All right, bet. Let's get to the fucking paperwork, man. Let's get to the paperwork, chat. Only find it on Big Axe channel. Bang. We in court. Bang. We here. Hold up. Let's get straight to it, chat. All right. Make sure y'all can see, because this shit is clear as fuck on my screen. Let me see. Oh. I just gotta... Y'all got it zoomed in a little bit too much. That's why it's going to be blurry on your shit. My bad. Hold on. We got the court documents. We're going to figure this bitch out. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, so this is our first page. Basically, this is like kind of like the cover page of the docket. This is the signature of all the people. Chief Justice, a bunch of justices, presiding judge, presiding judge, this and third. You know, this is a very serious, charge. Let me make sure. I want y'all to be able to see all this shit. Oh, we got the paperwork. Anyway, let me get some more shit. Here we go. Give me a second. Next thing we got to see is this. Bingo. You ready? Come on, chat. Come on, man. Make sure y'all got your badge out. State of Texas versus Xavier Clark. Zoom in a little bit more. State of Texas versus Xavier Clark. He don't live there no more. He live in jail right now. That's not even a shit. Trust me. He live in jail. All right. Anyway, he got arrested yesterday, 7:32 p.m. Felony charge murder. Okay. Harris County District Court. Blah blah. And then, okay, in the name of the authority of the state of Texas, before me, okay, so this is an affidavit. Before me, the undersigned Assistant District Attorney of Harris County, Texas, this day appeared on the undersigned affiant, who under oath says that he has good reason to believe and does believe that in Harris County, Texas, Patrick Xavier Clark, hereafter styled the defendant, herefore on or about November 1st, 2022, did then and there unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly commit the felony offense of deadly conduct by knowingly discharging a firearm in the direction of Kershnik Kari Ball, aka Takeoff, and while in the course of furtherance of the commission of said offense, did commit an act clearly dangerous to human life, to wit, the defendant knowingly discharged a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, in the direction of a group of persons that included the complainant of Kershnik Kyrie Ball, and thereby caused the death of Kershnik Kyrie Ball. Against the peace and dignity of the state, signed a SOR. They dated today because clearly everything got presented today in court. That's why they had the press conference. Duly attested today. Here's the affiant. And here is the DA, and yeah. So this is literally essentially the indictment. Okay? All right. We got a few more things, chat. Don't you worry. We got this shit. We gonna break this shit down like an ounce of weed. Don't you worry, chat. We got you. By the way, everybody on Twitch and Twitter, there's some surprising shit. I saw this shit already. So you ain't fool me. But there's some surprising shit you finna see. Okay. By the way, salute to all my subs. Yo, we gotta get to 200 subs on this. Come on now. Holy. We got 10,000 people in YouTube chat. Let me see what's going on. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna pull. You remember the cop wasn't trying, that's why I did the video, you feel me? Remember the cop wasn't trying to talk about the fact that Patrick Clark was trying to flee, but they already put it in court documents. I don't know why he wasn't trying to talk about it, but clearly I keep telling you they're not trying to talk about it because you're going to arrest more people. Here's the court document that we saw it. Bingo. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, people. Actually, let me keep it like this, but I'm going to just zoom in, all right? Zoom in a little bit. Here we go. State of Texas versus Patrick Xavier Clark, 22nd, 23rd District of Harris County, Texas. And this is a motion that already they're putting in a motion before there is even the arraignment to say, yo, do not give this nigga bail. The state of Texas, and through its assistant district attorney, requests that this court enters a sufficient bail pursuant to Texas Code Criminal Prosecutor NR's blah 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 non-oppressive bail, which is required to give proper consideration of the nature of the offense, protect the safety of the victim and the community, and provide reasonable assurance that the defendant will return. The nature of the case reflects the defendant committed the instant offense of using a deadly weapon, and they used a deadly weapon to commit the offense that caused the death of the complainant. The complaint they have as Kershnik Ball, aka Takeoff. The state is acting like they're doing it on behalf of the person who died, which is Takeoff, okay? Extradition history. This is where we figure it out. Shortly after the murder, The defendant applied for expedited passport by submitting a travel itinerary for a upcoming flight to Mexico. Immediately prior to his arrest, the defendant received the passport. Upon arrest, the defendant was found in possession of a large amount of cash money. And we're not talking about the label. The defendant should be considered a flight risk. So they're saying, bruh, if we let him out on bail, he definitely not going to return. All right? Second thing, aggravating facts specific to the nature of the case. The state is opposed to personal bond pursuant to blah, 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 Articles 17.03 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure as the defendant is charged with a violent offense. The state is further opposed to a low bond based on the public safety concerns because the defendant shot a firearm into a crowd of people and struck the complainant in the back and the head, causing his death. Now, this is very important right here because based on this affidavit, and unless we hear something different, the prosecutors are alleging that he is the sole person that shot Takeoff. Now, it doesn't say other niggas wasn't shooting. They're just saying the person who shot Takeoff twice, because all we know is that Takeoff was shot twice, is this guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody said, oh, this nigga dummy could have enhanced his license and dipped. No, I think if you go to Mexico, you need a passport, brother. I don't think you could travel to Mexico on a enhanced passport. Enhanced license. I don't think you can. Look, though. Wait, what happened right now? Here we go. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. Oh, you can. Oh, enhanced driver's license, you can. Oh, by the way, all right, thank you for mentioning that. I didn't know that. Enhanced or state, blah, blah, that provides proof of identity, blah, blah. There's, oh, okay. Oh, but here's the thing. The application for EDL, enhanced driver's license, depends on where you live, is only currently available to the residents of Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, and Washington. They're in Texas, so he had no choice to get an enhanced driver license. He had to go get a passport. Do you get what I'm saying? He had to go get, like, I think this enhanced driver's license, like, is going to be, like, almost the norm in the future, but it's not right now for many states. And basically they're saying that it's only available right now to these places. Okay. So let's go back. So, yeah. This is important. They're saying that he shot the firearm into the crowd of people and struck Takeoff in the back and the head, causing his death. Essentially, they're saying that he shot Takeoff twice. Now, I know what you might be saying. Well, what about these other guys we've been talking about that was doing the shooting and this and third and blah, blah. It doesn't mean that they didn't shoot somebody else. Or it doesn't mean they can't be charged, even if he's the only person who shot Takeoff twice. Remember, there's other people who got shot. So the guy in the yellow, I believe they're being a little bit hush-hush on it because he might be charged with shooting somebody. Or if not, he might get a quote-unquote attempted murder or something like that. You get what I mean? So there's much more bullets that flew that they're going to try to account for with charges. But it's interesting to know that they believe that this guy shot Takeoff twice. Anyway, he said further, a low bond is unreasonable and insufficient to ensure the defendant's appearance in court based on his successful efforts to obtain an expedited passport shortly after the murder and imminent travel itinerary to Mexico. So he got a passport and he was going to go to Mexico. Okay? The state of Texas, pray the court will enter sufficient non-oppressive bond of $1 million. That's actually interesting. Does Texas not have a no bond thing? I would think they would say no bond. They said $1 million. Usually once you prove that you're trying to leave the country, fuck the amount, you're going to say no bond. Let me Google that. This Google's always been our friend. Let's see. Texas no bond. Texas no bond bail law. Texas bill requires those accused of violent crimes becomes law. Senate. Okay. It says they will bar those released from jail unless they can put up cash. Okay. But like certain places, they could just say no bond, right? They said the Damon Allen Act makes it harder for dangerous criminals to be released from jail on bail. Allen was killed during a traffic stop in 2017. The suspect was out of jail on a $15,500 bond after allegedly assaulting a sheriff deputy. The bill will change how blah, blah, they'll ban people accused of violent crimes be released on personal bond. Instead, it will be relied that they post the amount of cash set by the court. That's interesting, right? And I think this did go into law, which means that if they said $1 million, you can't do a bond, which would theoretically you pay 10% of the bond, which is $100,000. You would have to put up $1 million. You get what I mean? It also or pay a percent. See? Never mind. It bans the release on personal bonds. They would have to post the amount set by the court or pay a percentage to a bonds. Oh, never mind. It's the same shit. Never mind. Okay, they can still pay a percentage to a bonds company. Who does personal bonds? Anyway, it will also disallow cashless release for those arrested on felony charge if they were already out on jail on the bond. The changes will go in this. Okay. I don't know. I don't really understand it. Only thing I kind of get from this is that it seems like they're going to put up a monetary amount. Because the only reason I'm even bringing this up is that if a nigga try to escape to Mexico, why even give him a chance to put up money? Why don't you just literally just say it's no bond, right? Like you're being held, right? Zero bond. Like Young Thug doesn't have a bond. Gunna doesn't have a bond. They don't have a chance to put up a bond, right? This is Texas though. That's Atlanta and that's Georgia, right? Atlanta, Georgia. That's where YSL is. This is Texas. And even after this nigga tried to go to Mexico, they're still saying, let's just do $1 million. And maybe it's like, they have stipulations how the million got to be posted, but still, they're still recommended a monetary bond, right? Anyway, let me see what else. Okay, so this is assistant district attorney, this and third, blah, blah. Having considered, okay, so the judge hasn't signed off on this yet, right? So this is going to be discussed in the arraignment, and his lawyer, whoever his lawyer is going to be, is probably going to draw some type of like, hey, no, he was just going to Mexico because, you know what I mean? Like, him and the other DJs and artists were going to go to Tulum to turn up with thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't running from nothing. He didn't even know he was charged, right? They're going to come back with something, and the judge is going to basically listen to this motion because it's a motion, and the judge could either sign this to say it's going to happen, or there'll be another page where the judge says no, okay? That's just kind of how it works. Unfortunately, I've seen so much court papers like covering shit. Like, I feel like I know what comes. Anyway, the last and most important, and this might be a little shocking to y'all, I might do a video on this too. I didn't do a video on it before because I wanted to have something new for stream. Is this piece of document here. And I want y'all to, okay, let me see. The fuck? Okay. This is, sorry. This is a state motion for bond conditions. They're saying if the $1 million bond gets approved, the prosecutor is saying they're cool with $1 million being the bond for homie, right? Then they're saying if the $1 million bond does get approved, They wanted to be these stipulations. Read these stipulations. And I'm going to read it to you. Comes now the state of Texas and by its district attorney, through his district attorney, and moves this honorable court to enter the following bond conditions. The state requests that a defendant, whether a foreign national or not, be ordered to surrender any passports, visas, or travel documents and be prohibited from applying for a new supplemental passport, visa, or travel document. That's obvious. You called the nigga, he just got a passport, and he was trying to leave. So obviously, if he does post $1 million somehow magically, he should fucking, surrender his, passport, right? That he can't leave again, right? Or hopefully he can't leave. The state requests that the defendant have no contact with the complainant in this case. Granted, Takeoff is dead. There's no way to contact the dead unless you're doing some other spiritual shit, right? In this case, or anyone from the complainant's household, which means his mom's, right? But they included, let's say, including siblings, parents, in person. Like, you can tell this is a template because he's dead. Like, what are you going to do? Like, show up to his gravesite? Or through, and by the way, this does apply to his gravesite too. Person or through any other persons, telephonically, by mail, or by any other manners or means for the duration of this cause and the following individuals or locations. This is interesting. Any family or household members of the complainant, Takeoff, J. Prince Jr., and any of his family or household. That's the interesting part about this. Why the fuck can't he talk to J. Prince Jr. if y'all ain't charge J. Prince Jr.? But y'all want him to stay away from J. Prince Jr. Usually, if you get a case, think about even domestic violence, they're going to tell you, stay away from the victim and witnesses. Or stay away from victim and your other co-defendants. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Takeoff is the victim. Obviously, Takeoff's family. That makes sense. Why is J. Prince Jr. on this shit? That's odd. Stay away from anybody who's a family member or household member of Takeoff. Makes sense. Stay away from J. Prince Jr. or any members of his household. Wait, why? Then they say Shakur Stevenson, which is also interesting. Hey, this is where I wish I had. This is where like Whack 100 and the Clubhouse come in clutch. This is how people go interpret this. These two people are witnesses. Now, I'm not saying nobody's telling. I'm not saying none of that. But the police are looking at these guys as witnesses. Facts, 100%. The cops is only going to tell you to stay away from victims and witnesses. And also they bar him from being at the place where they got all the surveillance footage from. Now, let me tell you what I believe. The police have had contact with J. Prince Jr. The police have had contact with Shakur Stevenson. They're either trying to get them to cooperate, trying to get them to talk, trying to get a statement out of them, or may have got a statement that is going to be used, and they're just trying to say, because we need these motherfuckers to prosecute you, if you contact them, there's another way to look at it too. So it's not only witnesses, co-defendants. You know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility that J. Prince Jr. and Shakur Stevenson might not be witnesses, might be people who are also being investigated. I don't know, and I'm only reading it off of this paperwork. Get what I'm saying? Just look. Don't talk to nobody in Takeoff's family. That makes sense. If you're harassing the victim's family, you're going to jail. Like, what the fuck? Don't talk to Jay Prince Jr. Wait, did Jay Prince Jr. get shot? No, he didn't. Is Jay Prince Jr. a witness? We don't know. Is Jay Prince Jr. being investigated? We don't know. I feel like I need Whack. I'm gonna call Whack 100. Even though I think Whack got a little bias against these guys, though. He got a little bias against these guys. But I'm gonna call him. I'm trying to call Whack and figure this out. One of the most entertaining people online. All right, people. All right. No, chat. I kid you not. Yo, in the Harris County Court, they got me as an attorney, nigga. They said, nigga, I could look up anything in that bitch. Yeah. Okay. We're not even done looking at this document. We're not even done looking at this document. I thought Whack would have it. Whack's a paperwork nigga, man. Whack be pulling paperwork on mad niggas. Anyway, let's keep going down. Oh, okay. I think it's the end of it. This is just signing and whatever. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. This is going to be the order. So the judge has to sign off. So if the judge checked this box, it's going to be, yo, you have to surrender your passport. 100% he's going to have to surrender his passport. Bro, you went to get an emergency passport to leave the country. You're going to have to surrender your passport. Second thing, no contact with the complainant. This is going to be something that's going to be mentioned in a bond hearing, I believe. And in the bond hearing, we're going to hear what the prosecutors, why they say he shouldn't be in contact. Obviously not with here. This is a given. But why should he not be in contact with Jay Prince Jr. or anybody of Jay Prince Jr.'s family or Shakur Stevenson? Keep in mind, I will say Jay Prince Jr. and Shakur Stevenson was one of the most prominent people that was there that night. And I could imagine that the police are trying to interview them or use them for some type of evidential, situation. And who knows if these guys are cooperating. So maybe they're just trying to make sure or put an order in to say, yo, you can't cooperate. If these guys don't come in to talk to us, you can't talk to them. And that's to stop any type of, maybe they think that Jay Prince Jr. is trying to help this nigga. You get what I mean? Who knows? We're all kind of guessing right now, but it's interesting. Nigga. Also, you know why it's interesting too? Well, actually, his real name is Jay Prince Jr. This whole time I was thinking like Jay Prince Jr. is like a stage name, but no, that's his real name, Jay Prince Jr. Okay. All right. So once acts intelligent by mathematics ain't no joke. Come on, man. YouTube, what's cracking with y'all? Still got a little bit more wine in here. If you ask me, and I'm going to just keep it 100 with you, I don't think they're trying to lock up Jay Prince Jr. nor Shakur Stevenson. But I think they're looking for them to be cooperative. And if you ask me, all these niggas are Jay Prince Jr.'s homies. He invited everybody to the party. You would invite an op to the party, so everybody you know. So if they're asking you to tell what happened and identify and kind of give any motive, this and third, bro, anybody you're going to talk about is a nigga you invited to the party. So maybe Jay Prince Jr. don't want to talk to these niggas. You know what I mean? So maybe he's kind of dipping and dodging. And maybe, to what Wax said, they basically say, yo, if you ain't going to talk to us willingly, in a grand jury setting, we're going to subpoena you. And if you don't talk then, you're going to get arrested. All right? Ah, man. Man, I love not being a gangster, bro. Being a gangster is stressful. Stressful as shit. Let me pull up the paperwork for Lil Cam. Okay. We got the paperwork for Lil Cam as well. Here we go. State of Texas versus Joshua Cameron. That's Lil Cam. This is a motion to deny bail, even though it's a non-capital offense, which means they don't say he killed no one. They're saying that he's accused of a felony less than capital in the murder in the state, and he committed it while he was on bail for a prior felony for which he's being indicted. So he has an open case, which I believe might be a Fed case like in California, and he got caught with a gun. So they're saying, bro, even the thought of him being caught with a gun, he should, and you hear it says this is hopefully they're going to try to get it signed. Order for a state motion of a hearing to deny bail for a capital offense, and they're hoping it was conducted within 7 days of incarceration. I forgot, when was he locked up? Is there a date on this? No. Anyway. There's another piece of paperwork, which is, let me see if I could. Okay, here we go. All right, let me get in there. So, he's only charged with unlawful carrying weapons. It says, in the name and by authority of the state of Texas, before me and the understand. And by the way, this charge is almost like bullshit, because the only reason why he's not allowed to, like, Texas is very lenient with people carrying weapons. I don't even think you need a license. So if you, who has no criminal record, goes to Texas and you have a weapon, no charge. But obviously, throughout the whole United States, if you are a felon, you're not allowed to carry weapons, right? He had a weapon, which Texas don't give a fuck about weapons, but because he was tangential to all the stuff that happened with Takeoff, they're charging him with this crime of carrying a weapon as a felon. And trust me, most felons in Texas still carry a weapon because you don't even need to have permits, or you don't even need to really go through much, rigorous even background shit to even buy a weapon. So even, and most of them wouldn't buy it, but still, they still carry a weapon, right? Usually this isn't something that's charged other than if cops run into you, but the cops, again, didn't run into anybody from this night. They're only looking at surveillance footage and they have witness accounts. However, they're charging this person with that. Anyway, this is what it says. Before me and the undersigned district, blah, blah, that we do believe that in Harris County, Texas, Joshua Cameron, also known as Joshua Cameron Isaiah, hereby styled as the defendant, on around November 1st, 2022, did unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly carry the defendant's person's, about the defendant person, a handgun while not on the defendant premises or under the defendant. Oh, wait, hold on. Did then there unlawfully, intentionally, knowingly carried on or about the defendant's. So either he was carrying a gun while not at his crib, or under premises under his control, so like a workplace, and while not inside of or directly en route of a motor vehicle, so he wasn't transporting it, that's owned by the defendant, or under the defendant's. Okay, this is interesting. Or under the defendant's control. Wait. Oh, wait. No, never mind. That's owned by the defendant or under the defendant's control. And at the time of the offense, the defendant was prohibited from possessing. Okay. And it was because of a convicted felony offense of grand theft in California Superior Court. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. Wow. Okay. Nah, chat. Pretty much this guy's screwed. I mean, I think he's going to get some charges, but it is what it is. Just interestingly enough, what's happening here is the building blocks to a strong case. They're catching these guys before they're trying to run. And I know you guys wanted a sweeter story, or maybe you did, but essentially the person who killed Takeoff seems to be Patrick Clark. Joshua Cameron had a gun. I believe he was shooting the gun, And again, I think we have two of the shooters, and there's another shooter that, again, I don't want to say the name, but we've done the stuff. But here's what we're going to do next. We're going to start looking at surveillance footage from that night. Let's see if we can find it. Chat, if y'all can find some great surveillance footage from that night, take off. Please, 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 please let me know. Because we want to see where this motherfucker was that night.